Welcome everyone over at GP Knives. This is Craig. I'm with Tops Knives. We got some awesome new products this year at SHOT Show 2020. A lot of new SKUs. We brought actually 20 new models all in, and I'm going to show you a pretty good selection of what we got going on. What I want to start with first is real simple, but just kind of a classic EDC design. This is called the Toco, which is basically a type of toucan. What we were looking for out of this blade was something that would be easy to carry kind of no matter what your environment, whether it's urban, whether you're rural, you know, pretty much anywhere you go, this knife is going to be legal. Maybe a few exceptions, but for the most part, this knife you can grab it and go, and you're going to be good. So it's the blade is a little bit less than 3 inches, if I remember right. I'm actually going to offer it with a couple of different handle styles and skeletonized to begin with. Be great for net carry, be great for just throwing it in your pocket and taking it with you. You can throw this on a belt as well. It would conceal very well that way. So, like I say, simple design, but a lot of utility and a lot of function out of this guy. It's going to be $10.95 with our black traction powder coat. So check that one out. It'll be available most likely at some point this year. The next one that I want to show is it's probably a first for us. I don't think we've ever done a reverse edge knife where you would normally expect the edge is actually the spine and the edge is on the top of the handle. So these are actually make quite an appearance lately. There's a lot of self-defense. There's a lot of martial arts uses. There's a lot of use to this in that world. So whether you're a security professional, whether you're just somebody who wants to defend yourself, these types of knives have a lot of use. They can be very deadly in the right hands. We're calling this one the Unzipper. For those of you familiar with our brand, if you take a close look, you'll notice that that's basically the handle that we have on our Lioness and our Scandi Woodsman, and then the blade is very much like the Lioness, just the edge is on top instead of the bottom. So we, when we were looking at how to do one of these, we just noticed we've already got one designed. Why make it more difficult than it needs to be? And this is what we came up with. So $10.95, black traction coating. This has black G10 handle with red liners. Next up is, what's cool about this guy, it's called the Cunha. The Cunha is an animal that is from like Peru basically, and my understanding is that before they were domesticated, this is what an alpaca used to be, as the Cunha. The name aside, what's cool about this guy is we actually have 10 canvas micarta handles. We have a shark leather inlay. So we just wanted to try something different. We've got plenty of micarta, we got plenty of G10, we use leather on our sheets, but we've been kind of playing around with this material. It's very water resistant, obviously, because it's shark skin. All the gritty, sandpapery finish that you normally would get with shark skin, that's been ground off of this. It's nice and smooth, so it adds kind of a softness to the handle, but also I feel like it gives a little bit better grip. The knife that it's on, great for hunting, great for camping. It's going to be 154 cm stainless steel blade, a tumble finish on it. Really comfortable handle, a lot of uses. This guy is going to be really cool. I'm excited about that leather. It's just good looking stuff. So check that one out. And the next one that's also new for us, something that we've never really pulled off before, is a throwing knife. So this guy is kind of our first venture into that world. We're calling it the Night Spike. It's $10.95. We're most likely going to stick with that. It's possible they'll switch to 5160 or some other spring steel if we feel that this isn't going to hold up. But I think what you'll see that's different about this is we are going to put kind of a normal edge on this. It's going to have a good solid heat treat, so if you don't throw knives, this could still be the right thing for you. Just aside from the really nice lines on this thing, what I like about it is we've done a distal taper. So you don't normally see that on production knives. Custom knives, a lot of times when you got a knife maker that has a handle that's a little too heavy, instead of drilling holes all over in the handle, they'll taper that tang down so that it's thinner at the end than it is up on the main part of the blade. With found a way to do that using our CNC machines that we think we can keep the price down and provide a tool that basically you only see on custom knives. So we started with a 1/4 inch stock, and this ends at 1/8 inch. Most likely we're going to make it even a little bit thinner by the time we get to the full production model. So that's one of the coolest things about this guy, distal taper on a production knife. Next up, this one, we're calling it the Brush Wolf. We don't have an official name on that yet. Most likely we're going to be able to stick with Brush Wolf. It's a nickname for coyotes. And the guys that designed this are a couple of brothers. They had a couple of pieces of input from some friends of theirs on some of the features of the design. But these guys, it's a funny story. They basically they met us at Blade Show. They bought a few knives. They're into primitive skills. They're into bushcrafting. These guys are actually really good skateboarders as well. They just do a lot of different things. Real fun to talk to, real fun to hang out with. After meeting them at that first Blade Show, they sent us this design. Leo liked it, and here we are at SHOT Show with the prototype. So the blade on this is about 6 inches. I think it's a little bit over 6 inches, 6.5-ish. It's 3/16 1095. It's got our acid rain finish with green canvas micarta handles. What's cool about this handle is it's so long, you get multiple hand positions on it. You get your kind of regular grip. You can do some chopping or some heavier tasks. You can choke up. It's got the saw teeth on top. And one of the uses that they wanted out of this was if you had to use it as a hunting knife, that you could grab onto the blade and choke all the way up and use it for skinning or other tasks that you might need while hunting. So just a really cool design overall. It's got an interesting look, and we were happy to be able to bring this one into our lineup. We need your help on the next one. This is called the Camp Creek Fire Edition. So not last year, but the year before, we released a knife called the Camp Creek. It's an excellent hunting knife, CPM S35BN steel. It's got a camo G10 handle. It's a very Nessmuck style blade. It's just a gorgeous hunting knife. This year, we're releasing the second version of it. We're calling it the Camp Creek Fire Edition. The handle's basically the same. The blade is roughly the same. The main difference is up near the tip. The Camp Creek has a pretty pointy tip. Some people that hunt don't like that pointy tip. They want it a lot more subdued, a lot more rounded. So basically, we're making two options. The Camp Creek is going to stay the way it is. This one's going to be available with that change to the tip and just a little bit wider on the blade. Still a great ergonomic design. What we need your help with, though, is let us know which of the two versions we should release. So we've got this one that's a tumble finished blade, still S35BN steel. The handle on this is a rubber G10 mix. So the green color is the G10, the black part is rubber. What that gives you is a nice G10 handle with a good solid grip. The rubber sticks out on the edges, provides some grip, and helps a little bit here as well. So you got that option, or the second option would be red Cerakote with kind of that extra detail in the engraving, and more of a smoky colored G10 handle with black liners. So let us know which one you like better. This one I'm really excited about. I just think it's a cool design. I like big knives. You got basically, this is a sax. This is Top's take on a sax knife, which is an old Viking tool that they used to use as an EDC knife. They used to use them, for fighting when they needed to. So there's a lot of history, there's a lot of heritage behind the sax knife. Leo's got a lot of feedback from some friends of ours that we need to make one of these, and so he made it happen. It's 1/4 inch thick. Blade length is right at 12 inches, maybe just a little bit longer, which is pretty consistent with traditional sax knives. What's different about this between the traditional ones is the handle. Normally the handle on sax knives were pretty basic, nicely rounded, comfortable handles, but Leo likes to add his little flair into everything that he does. So he put some more design into the handle, a little bit more shape into it. So we've got black canvas micarta handles with a blue G10 liner. First time we've used blue on a liner. We think that this looks really good on this knife in particular. It's going to be great for chopping. It's going to be great for processing wood. It's going to be just fun to carry around and have this, you know, at the campsite or to show off to your neighbors. So check that one out. We'll hopefully have this one out by about the middle of the year. We want to move quickly on this one. Now that we got through most of the knives, now it's time for some fun. We have a mini slingshot. So 2, maybe 3 years ago, we released the Top Sling, which is kind of a full-sized slingshot. It's basically just a fun tool to have around, something you can carry while you're hiking or camping. You know, pinging some squirrels, pinging some trees, whatever it is. Slingshots are just fun. That's all we're going for with the slingshots. We're not trying to make them, you know, a serious primitive survival tool. You know, it's not this thing that you're going to throw in your pack and suddenly you're able to get small game with a slingshot. It's just fun. What's cool about the mini version, we have 2 of them. One of them is exactly the same as our larger version, just smaller. This one is roughly the same, but we've taken the handle and turned it 90 degrees. So instead of being flat this way, it's flat this way. The reason we did that is because when you pick this thing up, if you were picking up a knife, this is how you would hold it. And that matches more with the forks on a slingshot. So just a simple little change, but it made a lot of sense to us. Once we put the prototypes together, it felt really good. And so we're going to release 2 mini slingshots. One that's exactly the same as the larger, and one that has this handle that's turned 90 degrees. Again, just for fun. We like slingshots.
This has been Tyler with GP Knives and our coverage of SHOT Show 2020. If you like what you've seen today and you'd like to see more, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like the video below, and follow us on social media for updates on all new products and releases.